What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you guys a quick video that's kind of like a beginner's guide to Battlefront. This may have some things you already know, some things you don't know, but it's all here just to help you get better at the game and improve your score. Now, Battlefront's already a pretty casual game, which I'm not using casual in a bad way. It's fun for everyone. You can get what you want out of it. There is some depth there for you, and that's what's really going to make you into a better player.
Our bomber's got a lock on the Imperial Walker.
So right off the bat, when you're in a map, you want to make sure you're using the right weapon for the right encounter. Now there's blaster pistols, which is good at closer range. There's rifles, which are good at longer or medium range. There's a shotgun in there, which is usually a one-shot kill at close range. But the lasers on all weapons go forever until they hit something, so really you can use any gun you want, just some will be more effective at range than others. You'll just have to lead your target a little more. On most maps there's turrets like the one I'm in right now, which can be very helpful to your team. Especially on the Sullus map, these turrets are beastly. I've been racking up kills with this one since this video started, but it's a great way to kind of suppress the Imperial forces from running into your objectives. So feel free to use those, rack up some XP that way. You can also switch between first and third person by holding down on the D-pad. When you're in third person, you can switch between shoulders by just tapping down on the D-pad. I personally like to be in third person for closer range battles, and it's great for kind of getting the camera to look around a corner a little bit while not exposing yourself as much. First person I find is a little bit easier for longer ranges just because you can zoom in a little more accurately, I think. Here I'm using a blaster pistol at long range and it's not going well at all.
Don't let Fett take you by surprise.
Now you also will notice the radar on the bottom left of the screen, and I was really kind of confused at how this worked to start out the game. But basically, it's kind of like Halo, where if you're crouched, you're not going to show up on the radar. When you're standing, sprinting, shooting, you'll show up. Also, when the color red is faded a little bit, that means they're either above or below you, whereas when it's a bold red, that means they're on the same level as you. We're going to talk more about radar in just a few minutes when we talk about traits. When you start out, you're not going to have access to a lot of star cards. You're going to have the basic ones that'll get you through the matches, but you really want to try and rank up as fast as you can just to have access to traits and these higher level star cards. So you're going to notice you get challenges. You want to complete as many of these challenges as you can. It can give you a huge boost to leveling, up to like 5,000, 6,000 XP for some of them, which is usually about what you get in a match, so it's definitely worth it. You have the option to skip challenges, and I highly recommend doing that for ones that seem like they'll take forever. For challenges that recommend killing a certain number of vehicles, or getting kills in a vehicle, or killing a certain vehicle, go play Fighter Squadron. Usually that's the easiest way to do it. Or killing players in vehicles. Just any vehicle kills, just go play a match of Fighter Squadron. You should be able to knock it out in probably 2 or 3 matches, and then you'll get a new challenge. Now your star cards are very important to the success of your game. When you're playing the mode Walker Assault, or Supremacy even, as a rebel you're going to want to have a lot of ion powered star cards. So there's the ion charge card that charges up all your shots with ion power, which makes them do more damage against vehicles, which is great against AT-STs and the AT-ATs. You also have the ion missile, which will lock on to these vehicles and do a good amount of damage to them, as well as an ion grenade, which you can throw. You have to be close to do this though, so it can be a little bit dangerous. You may not use that one as much. But definitely focus on the ion cards when you're a rebel in the Walker Assault and Supremacy maps. Now when you're playing as an Imperial, you're never going to face any vehicles, so you can pretty much just go anti-infantry. There's a homing rocket, thermal detonators, and also eventually you'll unlock the ability to charge up your blaster with explosive shots, which are hugely effective against infantry. And it also does splash damage, so it makes it infinitely easier. It's almost not fair. But once you unlock it, I highly recommend using it. And if you're playing a game like Blast or Cargo where there's no vehicles, you again want to go with an anti-infantry hand. Don't have any ion weapons equipped. That actually does less damage to people, so it's really not worth it. Now eventually you're going to unlock traits, which are kind of like perks that stay with your character. You get one slot to equip. I personally prefer the one called Scout, which its base level keeps you off the radar even while sprinting. And then you level these traits up by getting kills or score in a match. So for the Scout one, you will be able to stay off the radar when you shoot your weapon on level 2, and then level 3, you're off the radar when you shoot your weapon, sprinting, and your gun automatically cools down every kill. So this is great just to get the drop on players a lot, which can be huge in this game. A lot of the times it's about who fires first and who gets a headshot. There's also a perk that allows you to take more explosive damage, and at level 3 it allows you to take more explosive damage and blaster damage, which can be great if you're getting spammed with grenades or the homing missiles.
Spies have confirmed Palpatine is nearby. Hostiles in the zone.
Our friends are counting on us.
Also on certain maps there are hero pickups. If you're lucky enough to get one of these, I highly recommend playing as either Luke, Han, Vader, or Boba Fett. Unfortunately, Palpatine, the Emperor, feels a little bit underpowered, as does Leia. So if the rare time you get these, I'd recommend going with those. You'll get more kills. Just make sure you're playing smart, not running into a crowd of people. That way it'll last longer. There's no cooldown timer for them anymore, so you're not losing health progressively. You get to spend as much time as you want until you die. So just play smart, stay by an objective, help your team that way. Or go help attack an objective if you're playing Supremacy. And you should rack up a good amount of kills. And I think that's pretty much everything to start out right now. Of course, there's going to be more to learn in this game, as well as more additions to star cards and balancing once the DLCs start coming out. So be sure to check back for that. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any other tips for new players to this game, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more gameplay reviews and commentary. Thanks for watching, guys, and may the Force be with you.